Hello everyone! The new Mercedes-Maybach lineup has been expanded with its first electric vehicle. It is an ultra-luxurious version of the top crossover, the Mercedes EQS. In addition to being aesthetically different from the standard SUV and having a higher level of comfort, it also has improved powertrain characteristics, as indicated by the model name EQS 680 SUV. Today we will reveal all the features of this car and compare it with its main competitors. It will be interesting, so let's go! As Carl Maybach said, a car should also be beautiful. This principle applies to the first fully electric production model of Mercedes-Maybach. What can be said? The appearance of this SUV is impressive. By the way, it is quite predictable that the basis for the luxury car was the electric Mercedes-Benz EQS. The car's affiliation with the Maybach brand is reminded not only by the badges on the body and the inscription on the uniquely designed faux radiator grille, but also by the logo on the running boards and the projection images illuminating the ground in the boarding and alighting area when the front and rear doors are open. The designers did not skimp on chrome trim all over the body. By default, the crossover is offered in one of 5 two-tone designs, but at the customer's request, the color can be uniform for the upper and lower parts of the body. As expected, the interior is full of luxury and gives a complete lounge feeling. In the front, the standard configuration includes a hyperscreen, on the 3 screens of which special greetings appear at startup. The display is also specific to Maybach. For example, the edges of the round instruments displayed are made of rose gold. For rear passengers, there are 2 11-inch screens on the backs of the front seats. They can not only set up the multimedia program, but also choose the navigation destination. Future owners of the Maybach EQS SUV will also receive a tablet that can be used outside the car, as well as a gesture-controlled rear seat management system. As expected, the new Maybach did not do without leather. Moreover, Napa leather was used, tanned with natural vegetable tanning without chromium. There is also wood on board. Maybach challenges trends because customers demanded it, and of course, the brand's emblem is displayed in all possible places inside the cabin. All seats, both front and rear, are heated and equipped with ventilation and massage functions. Unlike the regular EQS SUV, the center console extends to the rear. A novelty is also a projector that creates a projection of the Maybach logo on the floor. Among the new options are 2 heated cup holders, a refrigerator, champagne glasses with silver, and 2 small tables that fold out from the center console. Of course, there is also an onboard sound system with Dolby Atmos support, offering 15 speakers and a presence effect when playing movies and music. To ensure that the lounge feeling is not disturbed, Maybach once again paid special attention to NVH, noise, vibration, harshness. In addition, the standard configuration includes an air suspension with adjustable dampers. The new car can travel up to 600 kilometers on a single charge, and the charging power of up to 200 kilowatts means that it can be charged from 10 to 80% using a DC fast charger in just over 20 minutes. At least that's what Maybach claims. What's also interesting is that the wheels on the rear axle of the EQS SUV can turn within 10 degrees, which reduces the turning radius. As for the technical characteristics, this new EQS SUV is often compared to the recently introduced Ferrari Purasang. In terms of size, these two models are roughly similar. The only difference is that the Mercedes is slightly larger and its wheelbase is a bit longer. When it comes to power, the question of who is better remains debatable, as the Ferrari can deliver 725 horsepower and 716 nanometers of torque on its all-wheel drive. These figures allow it to accelerate to 100 kilometers per h in just 3.3 seconds. The Purasang uses a 6.5-liter naturally aspirated V12 engine that transmits power to all 4 wheels through an 8-speed automatic transmission with dual clutch. Speaking of the technical characteristics of the Mercedes-Maybach EQS 680 SUV, it should also be mentioned that it has an all-wheel drive system with 2 electric motors with a total power of 649 horsepower and 950 nanometers of torque. Yay. Thanks to these figures, the car can accelerate to 100 kilometers per h in 4.1 seconds and reach a top speed of 208 kilometers per h. Meanwhile, the Ferrari Purasang can reach a maximum speed of 310 kilometers per h. As for other popular trendy cars, the EQS SUV model from Mercedes, thanks to its iconic features, will compete for leadership with other high-end SUVs, including the Rolls-Royce Cullinan, which has a much higher price, around $335,000. The new Maybach with additional options is likely to cost around $200,000. Its competitors are currently limited to gas or hybrid models, including the Bentley Bentayga hybrid, which will also cost around $200,000. Speaking of Bentley, this car definitely loses to our new Maybach in terms of power, as the latter has 110 more horsepower. The maximum torque is also significantly lower, only 770 nanometers compared to 950 nanometers. However, both have automatic transmissions and all-wheel drive. The Bentayga accelerates to 100 kilometers per h in 4.5 seconds, which is comparable to the capabilities of its direct competitor. However, both cars have similarities, such as ventilated disc brakes on the front and rear, as well as an independent suspension type. If we recall the characteristics of the Rolls-Royce Cullinan, the Mercedes-Maybach EQS SUV also takes the lead here. Despite being in the same class, the Mercedes has more power and higher torque by 50 units. The Cullinan also loses in acceleration speed, as it takes 4.9 seconds to reach 100 kilometers per h, while the EQS SUV handles the task in 4.1 seconds. However, Rolls-Royce claims that they do not consider the new positioning of the Mercedes-Maybach as a direct competitor to their lineup. They say that there are people who will buy a Maybach because they want a Maybach, but our customers buy Rolls-Royce because they want exclusivity. Even if you fill a Bentley with custom-made options at the level of Rolls-Royce, they are truly unique and go far beyond. It's just a different lifestyle, so there are people who strive to be in a Rolls-Royce. Whether you agree with this statement or not, everyone looks at the overall picture of the advantages and disadvantages of these cars from different angles. But I will tell you this, despite the high price, buying a Maybach is a good deal compared to other high-end SUVs. The fully electric powertrain sets it apart from other luxury SUVs, and its special features and design make it a worthy competitor in the market.